going to show you exactly how this setting framework generated me over $12,000 in just 3 days. Using this framework has the potential to generate you thousands of dollars. This exact framework helped one of the boys, TK, generate over $3,000 in just 1 week. The best part about this is that he didn't need to post content. He didn't even need to put his face out there. The biggest influencers online all use appointment setters to book in calls for their offer or their services, and they all use the same or similar framework to double or even triple their businesses in just a few weeks. I will be revealing the 3-day setting framework they all use. If you don't watch this video all the way to the end, you're going to miss out on how easy it is to make money online in 2025. Now, what I want you to understand is that this will not be an overnight success. In fact, this exact setting framework helped me generate my first income online. Before I was even posting content, I never wanted to post content. This exact framework goes into detail on opening icebreakers, rapport and problem discovery, qualified seed, transition into pre-framing, call to action into booking the call, and then warm up and show up to show assurance, to build trust in the setting process. Now, one of the most important things about this setting framework was that I was able to provide something free that's better than most people's paid stuff. This masterclass right here was the reason why someone reached out to me. I'm going to walk you through that exact same setting framework and how you can use it to your advantage as well. As you can see, this deal was done on the 6th of June, right? The prospect reached out to me on the 3rd of June wanting to get help for this masterclass right here, okay? Now, what you need to understand is that when they reached out, I asked them specifically, hey also, thanks for reaching out. Just so I know what guide to send you, what's got you look into this? Are you stuck in a job or are you just trying to figure out your next move? Now, this pretty much cuts all the BS out of the way. This pretty much goes straight into the point. You know, before I can send that over to you, what made you reach out to me? Are you stuck in a job right now? This way you're actually qualifying them without them realizing. If they are not working a job, send them the guide. If they are working the job, then continue the setting framework, and this is what it should look like moving forward. Prospect replies, just stuck in a job, looking for a way to break out the system. Now I reply with relating to them, right? I hear you. I'm happy to point you in the right direction, but I'm wondering what kind of work you're doing right now that makes you feel stuck. Now, this doesn't seem generated. This doesn't seem AI generated. This seems like a genuine conversation because you're understanding why do you feel stuck. You're understanding their situation and you're understanding them. I do scaffolding in the mines, don't mind it as a good profit, but the environment that I'm in is shit. Now, there's pain, right? Once you identify the pain, you identify how can I build trust now? How can I highlight the pain and realize that if you don't make a change, you're going to be staying in that position for the rest of your life. Like I said right here, the goal here is to get the job type, but also get the initial pain, right? Moving from this, you know that they're working in the mines, you know that there's pain there already, and you understand that he's stuck in a job. He needs a way out. Now, the easiest way to make money online in 2025 is solving someone's problem. He's stuck in a job and you've been able to get out of your job. If you know the way on how to do that, then you're going to become someone of value. Now, that is one of the main reasons why this setting framework works so well, because you are proof that you were once stuck in a job, you once had this prospect's initial pain, you once were in their current position before and you found a way out. So they relate to you on a whole nother level based off that. Now you've pretty much built rapport, you identified the problem, you identified that they're working right now. From here, what you want to do is actually focus on where they see themselves in 6 months. Right? Because you understand where they are right now, but what you need to understand next is where they want to be in 6 months' time. So the big thing I said, alright, got you. And is that being the biggest thing wanting you to get out of the job, or is it the lack of time, or just not knowing what actually works? And then you identify how long you've been at the job. How long have you felt stuck? Right? You're hitting all the key points that are so important. The next thing I say is like, if you could fast forward 6 months from now, where would you want to be? Full-time income, extra income, or something else? Also, are you based in Australia or somewhere else? Now, this one depends on what offer you're working for. This one works really well because I'm based in Australia and I can help people in Australia a lot easier than someone in the States, than someone in Canada. So if you know what offer you're on right now and you know where it's based, try to identify if that prospect's in the same area. Then he gives me a whole full breakdown on what I've just asked him. Yeah, man, don't get me wrong. I love my job, but it's just working late hours during the late nights and it's exhausting as fuck. I've been in the mining industry for over 2 years. Honestly, I'm just about to have enough of it. Maybe in 6 months time, just have enough extra income to provide for my family. He's from the Cook Islands, but he's based in Australia. Now, a multiple question block reveals pain. 2 years in the mines, extra income in the family is the desired goal, and he's from Cook Islands and he's based in Australia. So there's some relatability because I'm also Polynesian, also based in Australia, so we can relate to that as well. Now, this is where I pitch, right? Because I understand everything from his setting process. You know where he's at right now. You know that he's stuck in a job. You know that he wants out of it, and you know where he wants to be in 6 months' time. That's all you need in this setting process. And he's actually qualified because he's been working longer than a year at this job. He's had enough of it, right? It's up to you to now get this prospect booked into the call. This is the one message that I use. I appreciate you sharing that with me, and I totally get what you mean because I've been there myself, you know. But look, what I can do is get you booked in with the team. The reason we book in this call isn't just a one size fits all. Everyone's situation is just different. They build out a custom roadmap based on where you're at right now. The guys I learned from helped me do the same, and it changed everything for me. Does that work for you? Yep. Can I do this call any other or? Now, we're probably understanding that he probably said, yep, can I do this call any other day? But this kind of builds authority, and it builds like urgency to kind of take action, because now we're able to book him in the call, and pretty much we said, here's a link to book in, lock in a time that you can 100% commit to. Once you booked, send me a screenshot so I know you're in. Now, you're creating a reason for him to get back to you straight away, because once he does send back a screenshot, you're then from there going to send him the homework video that is redirected. If you don't have this homework video with the offer that you're working on, then you're cooked. You need this VSL, you need a homework video to keep them nurtured so they know what they're actually getting into. Now, I said I've got a workshop video for you. Make sure you watch it before the call. The closer will reach out to you and let me know. Then I follow up with a voice message. This is very important because you need to realize that there's got to be a personalized message to make him feel like he's been heard, right? So that's also another one as well. How did you go with that one? Yeah, we're all good. Call on Friday. And then you just say, let's go. Let's get it up and running. Now, that whole thing was a 1-day process, right? Now, this was on a Wednesday, I'm pretty sure, when the prospect reached out. 3rd of July. Possibly on a Wednesday. We were able to book him on a call on the Friday, but I think he had to reschedule for Saturday because that's when he actually got started, was 3 days later. Now, what I want you to realize is that this setting framework works. It only works if you're on an offer. And if you don't know how to get on an offer, then that is the problem right now. You can use all of the setting frameworks, but if you don't know how to apply that, you don't know how to actually get on the offer itself, then that's going to be the issue. Which is why people like Daniel inside the community is able to get certified in a week, and he can actually go and land roles for people like TJR, Ashton Hall, that are booking in calls for their offer. So Daniel, his first week inside, he was pretty much able to get certified. This means he can go to TJR, he can go to Ashton Hall and tell them, I'm certified appointment setter. If you need appointment setters, let me know. Now, the higher chance of that working out is slim to none, but it's still a higher advantage than someone who doesn't have the knowledge, than someone who doesn't have the certification to kind of back them up, right? And I'll tell you why this is so important. This is one of my guys that I actually helped get started. He actually landed a SDR role as well, working for offer, just from doing exactly what I'm telling you right here. Just from telling you, you need to become prepared for the opportunity that's around the corner, right? Because he was trying by himself, he was trying for free and it wasn't working out. Now, he had the framework, he didn't have the results to back him up. If you're going against someone that has results, that has credentials, to someone who only watches free stuff, they're going to be far ahead of you. This is why, because the opportunity is right there. Now, I'm going to walk you through why it worked and the psychology behind it and how you can copy the techniques, right? Number 1, cultural mirroring. Casual tone, uso, hey, my G. Spinning the question on them, understanding all of the questions and identifying the common factors in it, right? And then building authority and social proof. I've been there, right? Guys I learned from changed it for me, right? They kind of understand like, okay, he's been in my position before. These guys helped him get to where he is right now. Let me do the exact same thing. It's a personalized framework as well, because it's not a one size fits all. It's a custom roadmap, and then pre-call content. Workshop video. The reason why your prospects goes is because they don't feel like they're talking to someone genuine. They don't feel like they're talking to an actual human. They also don't see the vision, right? If they can't see the vision in you, they're not going to see the vision in themselves. Constant follow-up. Like the follow game was on a whole nother level. There was a message every 5 minutes, and that's how we were able to book him in on the first day. Now, How the qualification, now singles gathered for the qualification, right? You got to understand the tenure, 2 years in the industry, right? The logistics, based in Australia, his pain, exhausting nights, poor environment, red flag for current job, green flag for change of urgency, right? You have a timeline now, 6 months to extra income, qualifies for near-term action, outcome, side income to support the family. He now has a clear why to want to get started, and that is the reason why he was able to pay $12,000 in 3 days. This exact setting framework generated me over $12,000 in just 3 days because of one simple thing in this process: identifying his why. He wants to support his family, and we reframed as a custom roadmap to get him closer to his goals, right? We focus on his why. If you want desired outcome, you need to be doing something different to achieve that, which is where we come into a custom roadmap to achieve that. This is the flow you should follow. It's pattern interrupted, rapport and context, problem and dream, so you're identifying where they are right now and where they want to be, a light qualification, pre-frame decor, permission-based CTA, booking plus screenshot, pre-call nurture, plug and play lines to reuse, okay? This is what you want, right? You want your openers, you want your discovery and vision, you want your pre-frame, you want your disqualifier, you want your CTA/bookings, you want your show up nurture, reconfirming everything. That is everything I use and gave away for you guys to understand the exact setting framework I use to generate me a $12,000 deal in just 3 days, right? A prospect reached out to me on the 3rd of June and we were able to collect $12,000 3 days later on the 6th, and a paid in full deal because of this exact same setting framework, right? I want you to understand it's not hard to make money in 2025, but it also is not easy, right? Because you got to understand that everyone that was able to get a tailored plan, everyone that was able to understand the frameworks, right? You can understand this framework completely, but if you don't have people constantly working with, you don't have people keeping you accountable, you're going to feel lost. And that is exactly why TK was able to generate 3,600. That is exactly why Daniel was able to get certified in a week. And one of my guys, Ludwig, was able to get a role, an SDR role, in not too long inside as well. Now, what I want you to understand is that setting is such a small part of making money online that makes influencers a lot of money. But if you want to learn how you can level up, learn how to go from appointment setting to remote closing, watch this video going over the exact step-by-step process on how to start and how to achieve the goals that you want to achieve. I'm giving away all this source because most people paid stuff aren't as good as this stuff. I literally just gave away the setting framework that generated me $12,000 in just 3 days. No one's going to do that. They want to keep that source, but I'm willing to give that away because I was able to generate $12,000 with just this one masterclass session that is better than most people paid stuff. This masterclass is free, and in this setting process, I generated over $12,000 in just 3 days. If you found this video of value, I really appreciate it if you drop a like, you leave a comment below, and show your boy some love. I really appreciate that because I'm giving away as much source as possible. We're going to take over this game. We're going to do it together, okay? I wish you could feel how I'm feeling right now because you don't understand how good I feel about giving this value out. Alright, so I look forward to seeing you guys inside. I look forward to working closely with killers. Honestly, I only want to work with killers. So hope you found this video of value. If you want to watch more, you want to see more content like this, here is my video on how to actually get started with appointment setting. From there, let me know how you go. Big love. Nully out.